Welcome to this devlog discussing Putterland 2 Pre-Alpha 3. I'm Steve Saranen. I've actually changed how the truck transmission works. It works like a real automatic. If I were to use the triggers here, right now, the accelerator or the brake pedal, neither one works. I mean, the brakes are applying the brake, but since the accelerator isn't working, there's nowhere to go. If I were to shift into drive, now I can drive. And if I hold brake down, I stop the car. It doesn't start reversing, and that's generally what happens when you hold the left trigger down in most games. It is what was happening in this game up until now. I want it to function more like a real car, where you have a definite gas pedal and a brake pedal. And if you want to reverse, you have to shift into reverse, and then your accelerator pedal works as an accelerator, and your brake pedal is still brakes. The reason for this is when you're doing sort of minute movements, trying to do some off-road stuff, climbing over rocks or whatever, it can become annoying, frankly, when you're holding down the brake because you're intending to keep the vehicle stopped, like you're trying to hold it in place, and then it starts reversing. I find having the definite accelerator and brake pedal improves overall control. However, it does make it a bit less intuitive, and having to shift all the time can be a pain in the arse, but c'est la vie. That's the balance I'm willing to strike in this game anyway. The quests on the tutorial island haven't really changed from the last build. I've been more building the world out. The only real change comes from the fact that in our quest here to repair the bridge, when we find the lost bag of cement, it's no longer a placeholder box. It's actually a bag of cement. Once we've repaired the bridge leading off the tutorial island, we now have a much more developed island to explore. I'll open it up here on the map first. This island, you can see there's a whole network of roads, and there are actually a couple built up areas. We have Porcupine and we have Schumacher, and this is McIntyre Island. If you're familiar with where I live, Timmins, that's where I've gotten the names for these things. Anyway, here we've got commercial areas that generate orders for delivery. We've got a hardware store. We've got a mechanic. We've got Poutine World. And some other spots too. My map isn't filled out yet. You actually have to drive around and find these locations before they pop up as pins on your map. But yeah, there's also houses all over the place that'll accept orders for delivery. Here we are pulling into Schumacher, at least, you know, my game's rendition of Schumacher. It might be a little bit different from the Schumacher we all know and love. And here we are pulling up on Poutine World. In front of Poutine World, we've got some purple boxes. Those are slots that are generating cargo for delivery. In this case, it's food items. It's pizza boxes. This one's going to Keene Street on McIntyre Island. This one's going to one of the campsites on Anchorite Island. And this one's going to Shear Street on McIntyre Island. We'll take this guy because, well, I want to go in that direction to show you what's up. Compared to the last build, I've actually improved the collision in the truck. So those wheel wells actually are colliding with the cargo now. It makes it harder to put some stuff in there. There's a purple pin on my mini-map that looks like a piece of cargo with the arrow going down. That's telling me that, well, I have cargo to drop off there. I still have some work to do on the collision on the roads. It's a little screwy sometimes. Here's the mechanic. You're going to be able to upgrade your vehicle, change your paint job, do some aesthetic changes at that location. Here we are, number 2 Shear Street. If we look at our cargo item, in the description in the bottom left corner, it tells us the destination, number 2 Shear Street, and we get paid when we drop it off. There are different categories of cargo which will go to different places. So here, as we pull up to the lumber yard, we can get some larger items. And now if I drive around, well, that all works. You see that it fell out because the cinder block was quite heavy. So here we are pulling into the downtown Porcupine area. We've got an order for this box here. If I wanted to know which box this is, I can open up my map and check out that pin, and it tells me that that's the Trussell Office Plaza receiving, which is where this lumber is going. And now I can continue to the Mar Manor. Ooh, a little collision there. The collisions are going to result in damage to your cargo. The damage isn't implemented. Condition is, but there's nothing actually impacting it. Well, if you know the Timmins area, Porcupine isn't downtown. This is a small little built-up area, but the actual downtown Timmins portion of the map will be the most built-up area. Now, this old pickup truck is pretty cool, but the game needs more than that, so I started experimenting with other ideas, and I thought, why not do the craziest one first off? So I built this fella here. It's a big commercial truck. If you know your trucks, it's a 4x6. It's got 6 wheels, and the 4 in the back. Both those rear axles are drive wheels. This is the sort of thing that you would use to build a dump truck or a cement mixer or a crane or a snowplow or whatever. Or in the case of what I want to do most here in the game is a tractor trailer. I want to be able to pull semi-trailers so that you can have missions where you're hauling trucks around or hauling trailers around with your big transport truck. All in all, I think the way that this island has come along is pretty cool. I'm quite happy with it, and I'm quite happy with the transport truck, and I'm pretty amazed by, frankly, how quickly it's all coming together. Next up, I want to make your starter vehicle, which isn't going to be that beater rear-wheel drive truck. It's going to be something even junkier. It's going to be a Japanese K truck. And so that'll be next on the things to make list. Anyway, thanks for checking it out. Have a good one.